Australians, oh, let us rejoice, for we are young and free, with golden soil and wealth fertile. Our home is girt by sea. Our lands abound in nature's gifts of beauty, rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains then let us sing, advance Australia fair.
I now invite Mr. Ken McBride, the Awabakal community representative, to welcome the Assembly to Awabakal land.
Wananakuya, Yamalong, Yanteen, Kuya, Awabakal. Welcome everyone and thank you for coming together to the land of the Wabigal. If we look at the traditional zone of this country, we find that they were naturalists, hunters and gatherers. Their affinity with the land and environment includes an understanding of the life cycle of insects, animals and sea creatures, not only those harvested for food, but others who have a totem animal linked to religious beliefs. They ate a rich and exciting balanced diet of seasonal fruits, nuts, roots, fish, meat and vegetables. Most foods were roasted on the coals. For others, a ground oven was dug. Some were wrapped in paper bark and steamed in hot ashes. That's what you call a good Australian barbecue. Aboriginal culture in this area was very advanced. They knew all about the properties of coal, not only for cooking, but they made a tar for waterproofing bark canoes and an insect repellent. We have many sites here in the Hunter that that rock carvings, we have shell mittens. They carbon date, some shell mittens carbon dated 8,000 year old. We have rock carvings that's 6,000 years old. Also, here in the Awabakal country, we have the famous Merriweather chert, which is a superior material for making sharp edge cutting tools. And this was traded by the Awabakal people. They found artefacts as far away as 1,000 miles. They were expert fishermen and fisherwomen. And if we look at the history of this place, we find that the history of this place is imperishable. Its spirituality, as recorded in oak and stone, is an inspiration that developed pride and respect for the rich and lasting tradition of the ancient past. I would like just to read a couple of verses of a song written by a Koori Aboriginal singer, and it's called 1,000 Feet Has Been Through Here. It's not a hard place. It's not a hard place, it's a soft and gentle land. Gonna lay my bed on the soft and gentle sand. Hear old man time whisper in my ear, 1,000 feet has been through here. Take it slow, take a look around. All the signs are on the ground. Bird, snake, lizard, kangaroo. An ancient man has been here too. Inca Tinka, Pitchagala. Just in closing, I would like to say, welcome again everyone on this great occasion to the land of the Awabakal people that we love and respect. Numba kumba kumba. Goodbye for now.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ken McBride. Vice-Chancellor, fellow council members, staff of the university, graduates, ladies and gentlemen, a graduation ceremony is an important and happy occasion for members of the university community. To all of you, I extend a warm welcome. To the graduates, I offer my warmest congratulations and very best wishes. The completion of a university degree is indeed a fine achievement and one of which you should be proud. For you, today is a day of celebration. To the families and friends of the graduates, while the university cannot offer you an award as well, we do recognise the enormous contribution you've made in supporting your loved ones through the highs and lows of their time as a student. You're about to witness something very special, the reward for all that effort. The success of the university is measured by the quality of its graduates. Survey results show us that employers are very happy with the quality of our graduates, and our graduates have a high level of satisfaction with their educational experience at the university. The university is committed to preparing graduates who will make a significant contribution to society, who are adaptable global citizens and are sought after by employers. To achieve this goal, the university is innovative in its approach to teaching and learning, notably through problem-based learning, in which the university is a pioneer, and more recently, through developments in online learning. In the area of research performance, this university is ranked among the top 10 Australian universities. It has an annual research income in the vicinity of $25 million and an annual research expenditure of $36 million. It's an exceptional achievement. Whether you are here today to receive your first undergraduate degree, a postgraduate coursework degree, or a research higher degree, you will have developed skills, knowledge, and the ability to think logically and laterally, qualities that are highly valued by employers worldwide and will stand you in good stead for the process of lifelong learning. You are one of 4,914 students who will graduate from the University of Newcastle this year. Selected data from the profile of graduating students reveals some interesting statistics. 80% of you will be awarded an undergraduate degree, 18% will receive a coursework master's degree, and 2% will be awarded a research master's or Doctor of Philosophy degree. It took you approximately 5,000 hours to study to complete the requirements for your degree. 80% of you will have a HECS debt, Your average HECS debt is $20,000. So collectively you owe the Australian government over $50 million. That's quite an achievement. This year's graduates' ages range from 20 to 75 years, and 58% of you are women. There are 19 Indigenous graduates this year, including 2 Doctors of Philosophy. 3/4 of you who are looking for full-time work when you completed your degree will already have found it. Your average salary is $35,000 per year, and 2% of you went on to further full-time study. 63% of you live in the Hunter and Central Coast region, and 4% live overseas. The rate of change in our society is such that whatever qualifications you've completed, you will need to be engaged in lifelong learning to remain successful and competitive in the workforce. This is the last generation of Australians who will be the first in their family to gain a university education. I'm confident that the skills you've acquired during your study at this university will stimulate your hunger for more knowledge and understanding. This in turn will equip you to make a valuable contribution to the local, national and the international community. I take this opportunity to remind those receiving their testaments today that as graduates of the university you automatically become members of the graduate body, the Convocation. You join more than 70,000 alumni members worldwide and have an opportunity through elected representatives to become involved in the governance and development of the university. I hope that many of you will do so. I now call on Professor Bernard Carey, Pro Vice Chancellor of the Faculty of Business and Law, to present graduates from that faculty.
Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Business, Craig Bellamy. Michael Brown. Michelle Buckman. Diane Bunch. Diane Burgess. Amanda Crawford. Brett D. Charlene Dyer. Christopher Elliott. Maxwell Foran. Hayley Foreman. Kristen Foster. Renee Green. Stephen Kelleher. Jason Kirkwood. Candice Nosley. Jared Lane. James Major. Brett McNally. Sandy McAuliffe. Haymock. Jordan Monia. Mark Nixon. Belinda Puller. Hafizur Rahman. Marcus Regalo. Michelle Rojo. Christy Schmidt. Selena Scott. Gillian Smith. Michelle Solom. Nikki Tam. Nick. Tu Trong. Courtney Twiss. Melina Van Akkelaken. Karen Weller. Daniel White. Patrick Wood. Renee Wood. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Commerce. Adam Bailey. Luke Barker. Charles Barkley. Bree Booth. Elizabeth Borrow-Jones. Natasha Kami. Brendan Clark. Benjamin Crockett. Casey Croker. Chad Dagwell. Christopher Dingle. Brendan Evans. Michelle Fandrich. George. Daniel George. Christy Gray. Brendan Krasanka. Megan Hardy. David Jamison. Michelle Lambourne. Helena Lilly. Alan Malsom. Benjamin McEwen. Silvana Masevska. Aaron Moore. Nigel Morris. Drew Mowbray. Lisa Mulvaney. James Pritchard. Jane Robinson. Christy Rose. Jacqueline Salmon. Silvana Simic. Emma Simon. Suzanne Thatcher. Matthew Voigt. Anthony Wardley. Jian Xu. Amber Yates. Doreen Yee. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Economics. Anthony Broad. Jeremy Buckley. Chadwick Clark. Imran Kamal. Luke Thompson. Jason White. Amy Winterbine. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate with the degrees of Bachelor of Economics and Bachelor of Commerce This graduate has studied for both awards simultaneously. Craig Johnston. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Finance. Christopher Foote. Simon Johnson. Nathan Saunders. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Laws, Andrew Philby. Tania Goodman. Catherine Blake Neville. Chancellor, I present you a graduate of the degree of Bachelor of Laws with Honours Class 2, Division 2, David Nichols. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate of the degree of Bachelor of Laws with the award of the Diploma in Legal Practice, Kayla Scobie. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Management, Ronald Orr Young. Jared Brennan. Annette Caldwell. Wade Dean. Lyndall Hartley. Chelsea Hastings. Guy Lovell. Virginia Margaris. Corinda Nylard. Lauren Noonan. Richard Oakes. Tori Paul. Daniel Summerhays. Francis Wakeham. Chancellor, I present to you candidates who have satisfied the requirements for the award of Graduate Certificate in Business Administration. Damien George. Bruce Grady. Jaspal Najar. Joyce Smith. Chancellor, I present to you candidates who have satisfied the requirements for the award of Graduate Certificate in Human Resource Management and Industrial Relations. Stephen Segula. Nsedui Komoi. Chancellor, I present to you candidates who have satisfied the requirements for the award of Graduate Certificate in Management Enterprise. Katharina Hulbert. Ron Willett. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Master of Applied Finance, Artini R. Baka. Ying Ying Che. Shuang Chen. Kuo Lee. Janenarong Fen Somboon. Sathyan Arayana. Xia Sun. Yin Sheng Shai. Ai Hua Yao. Chen Chang. Yang Chung. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Master of Business Administration, Abdul bin Abdul Shukor. Megan Brewster. Oi Hung Chan. Siu Chan. Min Chao. Hu Shen Jit. Rui Chen. Xu Feng Chang. Anna Cornish. Unisa Edie Gunawan. Fan Far Away. Ho Pei San. Wing Ho. Nahu. Judith Hunter. Robert Huxley. Joanne Jackson. Somvang Akirith Anakorn. Ping Li. Yu Li. Charles Senor Garcia. William Thompson. Tony Wade. Daniel Ware. Chi Wong. Na Wong. Stephen Woodbridge. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Master of Human Resource Management and Industrial Relations. Wei Chu. Richard Collins. Gavin Gawthrop. Kim Henley. Carolyn Nathan. Jacqueline Patton Richens. Joe Sorry. Lei Xing. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Master of Marketing, Martine Archer. Fan Ding. Mark Glanville. Hao Guo. Jin Chin Hu. Chen Huang. Lu Liu. Ling Ma. Sally McCafferty. Kate Murray. Alan Nichols. Sin Lei Pu. Nicholas Scanlon. Jeremy Smith. Yang Song. Chawiwan Supercontanakit. John Wu. Ching Wu. Ki E Wu. Meng Shi. Hai Shu. Jaru Yang. Wei Wei Yan. Ling Yang Ye. Yizhu Ye. Hui Shang. Rui Shang. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate of the degree of Master of Trade and Development, Ning Ya Chu. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of graduates from the Faculty of Business and Law.
I now call on Professor Adrian Page, Pro Vice-Chancellor of the Faculty of Engineering and Built Environment, to present graduates from that faculty.
Chancellor, I present to you a graduate of the degree of Bachelor of Architecture, Emily Ng. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Computer Science, Patrick Brandley. Kieran Brown. Benjamin Horn. Ben Isherwood. Andrew Lee. Bradley Lidster. Leonard McBride. Adrian Parker. Jeffrey Pond. Graham Shanks. Thomas Wynne. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Construction Management Building. Christos Anektomatis. Oliver Cokes. Gregory Fox. Bin Tran. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Construction Management Building with Honours Class 2, Division 2. Christopher Buchan. Stephen Hill. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate of the degree of Bachelor of Construction Management Building with Honours Class 2, Division 1, James Betteridge. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate of the degree of Bachelor of Construction Management Building with Honours Class 1, Jamie Smith. Chancellor, the award of a university medal is an honour made only when there is a candidate of sufficient merit. To be considered for this award, a graduate must have a consistent record of exceptional academic achievement at all levels of a bachelor's degree program and qualify for a bachelor's degree with first-class honours. I present to you two graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Construction Management Building with Honours Class 1 and University Medal. Cameron Davidson. And also Rebecca Manners. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate of the degree of Bachelor of Design Industrial, Justin Morrow. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate of the degree of Bachelor of Engineering in Chemical Engineering with Honours Class 2, Division 1, Daniel Irwin. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate with the degrees of Bachelor of Engineering in Chemical Engineering with Honours Class 1 and Bachelor of Science. This graduate has studied for both awards simultaneously. Benjamin Hogg. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Engineering in Civil Engineering. Andrew Adamson. Stephen Beattie. Joshua Harcher. Jason Walsh. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Engineering in Civil Engineering with Honours Class 2, Division 2. Daniel Cowie. Mark Desmond. Philip Hudson. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Engineering in Civil Engineering with Honours Class 2, Division 1. Stuart Brooke. Brendan Drake. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Engineering in Civil Engineering with Honours Class 1. Simon Baker. Stephen Lindsay. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate of the degree of Bachelor of Engineering in Computer Engineering, Abdullah Swaiti. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate with the degrees of Bachelor of Engineering in Computer Engineering with Honours Class 2 Division 1 and Bachelor of Computer Science. This graduate has studied for both awards simultaneously. Lukas Pluta. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Engineering in Electrical Engineering. Ian Cox. Brendan Wellborn. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Engineering in Electrical Engineering with Honours Class 2, Division 2. Christopher Bosworth. Wenchang Xie. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Engineering in Environmental Engineering with Honours Class 2, Division 2. Jamie Bernardi. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Engineering in Mechanical Engineering. Robin Kelly. Stephen Montgomery. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Engineering in Mechanical Engineering with Honours Class 2, Division 2. Christopher Johnson. Christopher Lamond. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate of the degree of Bachelor of Engineering in Mechatronics Engineering with Honours Class 2, Division 1. David Mason. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate of the degree of Bachelor of Engineering in Software Engineering with Honours Class 2, Division 2. Zachariah Stanborough. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate of the degree of Bachelor of Engineering in Telecommunications Engineering, Sakusa Tikachina. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate of the degree of Bachelor of Engineering in Telecommunications Engineering with Honours Class 2, Division 2, Richard Roxon. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate of the degree of Bachelor of Science Building, Su Chong Lo. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Surveying, Paul Stevano. Trevor John Watson. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Master of Applied Management, Architecture, Deborah Carter. Bevan Earl. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Master of Engineering Management, Yu Wei Zhu. Wei Li Li. Yu Weng. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate of the degree of Master of Information Technology, Ozgur Puzati. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of graduates from the Faculty of Engineering and Built Environment.
I now call on Professor Margaret McMillan, Deputy Executive Dean of the Faculty of Health, to present graduates from that faculty.
Chancellor, I present to you a graduate of the degree of Bachelor of Applied Science, Consumer Science with Honours, Class 1, Justin Kuhn. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate of the degree of Bachelor of Biomedical Science, Ellen Marks. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate of the degree of Bachelor of Health Science, Nutrition and Dietetics, Naomi Malcolm. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Medical Radiation Science in Diagnostic Radiography, James Clark. Adam Mitchell. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate of the degree of Bachelor of Medicine, Debbie Detman. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Nursing, Ruth Aitken. Ian Anderson. Sharelle Avison. Joanne Benfield. Anne-Marie Bernays. Jennifer Blythe. Fiona Byron. Sun Hee Chun. Kristen Close. Jennifer Dent. Andrew Dixon. Simone Druitt. Aaron Edwards. Margaret Farthing. Michelle Fowler. Bianca Gain. Alison Groomsbridge. Anne-Louise Haining. Danielle Hanna. Emma Holland. Sarah Hudson. Hyun Jong. Kyun Suk Jung. Jung Yeon Kim. Nan Yung Kim. Yun Ju Lee. Natasha Lee. Suzanne McCrowski. Leanne Markey. Adam McGuirk. Renata Mears. Richard Melville. Laura Phillips. Maria Raftos. Alita Reeder. Yun Kyung Seo. Yung Su Seol. Rosemary Strutt. Kazui Tamura. Christopher Wiley. Xiaonan Zhu. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate of the degree of Bachelor of Nursing Honours, Class 2, Division 2, Lucille Stern. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate of the degree of Bachelor of Nursing Honours, Class 1, Michelle Cruz. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Occupational Health and Safety, Richard Baker. Angela Doyle. Chancellor, I present to you candidates who have satisfied the requirements for the award of Graduate Certificate in Occupational Health and Safety, Roy Banks. John Davis. Marion Tonkin. Chancellor, I present to you a candidate who has satisfied the requirements for the award of Graduate Certificate in Women's Health, Denise Russell. Chancellor, I present to you a candidate who has satisfied the requirements for the award of Graduate Diploma in Diabetes Care, M. Deepak Lal. Chancellor, I present to you candidates who have satisfied the requirements for the award of Graduate Diploma in Midwifery, Bianca Burkett. Karen Elborn. Louise Goodger. Glody Mabbott. Jane McRae. Helen McGregor. Melissa Walsh. Kim Watkins. Chancellor, I present to you candidates who have satisfied the requirements for the award of Graduate Diploma in Occupational Health and Safety. Warren Edwards. Blake Gleeson. Jeanette Harold. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate of the degree of Master of Applied Management in Health, Christine Harrison. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate of the degree of Master of Applied Management in Nursing, Alison Beaton. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Master of Medical Science in Clinical Epidemiology, Elizabeth Middlebrook. Roslyn Restuccia. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate of the degree of Master of Medical Science in Health Social Science, Diane Marshall. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate of the degree of Master of Medical Statistics, Jane Esther. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Master of Nursing, Nurse Practitioner, Dorothy Hall. Julie Henderson. Christine Murphy. Jan Riley. Rachel Rossiter. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Master of Occupational Health and Safety, Dorothea Betts. Alison Matthews. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of graduates from the Faculty of Health.
I call on Professor Ron MacDonald, Deputy Vice-Chancellor Research, to present Research Higher Degree graduates.
Chancellor, a Research Higher Degree is awarded to a graduate who has successfully completed a program of study which is primarily of research. A thesis embodying the outcomes of the research is the principal basis of examination. Today, the University is proud to honour graduates who have satisfied the rigorous criteria for the award of a Research Master's or a Doctor of Philosophy degree. Chancellor, I present to you Edward Duke for the degree of Master of Architecture. Mr. Duke's thesis is entitled Assessing Building Interventions, a comparative study of the criteria used by professional and community groups for the assessment of building interventions. Chancellor Edward Duke. Congratulations. Chancellor, I present to you Marcus Jefferies for the degree of Master of Building. Mr. Jefferies' thesis is entitled Risk and Critical Success Factors in the Build, Own, Operate, Transfer Approach. Chancellor, Marcus Jefferies. Chancellor, I present to you Philip Balnave for the degree of Master of Commerce. Mr. Balnave's thesis is entitled Does the use of information technology in poultry production assure more eggs? A case study. Chancellor Philip Balnave. Chancellor, I present to you Susan Vandenberg for the degree of Master of Nursing. Ms. Vandenberg's thesis is entitled Being on Camp, the Consumer Experience of Mental Health Nursing Education. Chancellor Susan Vandenberg. Chancellor, the degree of Doctor of Philosophy is awarded only if the candidate's thesis makes a significant and an original contribution to knowledge and to our understanding of the field of study in which the research is conducted. I'm pleased to present the following graduates for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. These graduates have studied for the equivalent of 4 full-time years, and their thesis has been presented to 3 examiners, at least one of whom is international. Chancellor, I present to you Delhani Bandaranaike, Bachelor of Science and Master of Public Health from the University of Otago for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Dr. Bandaranaike's thesis is entitled Why do some non-melanocytic skin cancers reach an advanced stage before they are treated? the effect of delay and predictors of delay in presentation, referral and treatment of NMSC. Chancellor, Dr. Bandranayake. Chancellor, I present to you Evan Doran, Bachelor of Arts from the University of New England for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Dr. Doran's thesis is entitled Pharmaceutical Affordability and the Quality Use of Medicines. Chancellor, Dr. Doran. Chancellor, I present to you Jayantha Eparachi, Bachelor of Science Engineering from the University of Perdharden and Master of Engineering Science from the University of New South Wales for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Dr. Eparachi's thesis is entitled The Development and Testing of a New Fatigue Life Procedure for Small Composite Wind Turbine Blades incorporating new empirical fatigue life prediction and damage accumulation models for glass fibre reinforced plastics. Chancellor, Dr. Eparachi. Chancellor, I present to you Christian Gray, Bachelor of Biotechnology from Flinders University for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Dr. Gray's thesis is entitled The Induction of Regulatory T Cells for Melanoma-Derived Heavy Chain Ferritin. Dr. Gray. Chancellor, I present to you Leslie MacDonald Wicks, Bachelor of Health Science, Nutrition and Dietetics Honours from the University of Newcastle for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Dr. MacDonald Wicks' thesis is entitled Oxidative Stress and Dietary Fact. Chancellor, with great personal pride and affection, my daughter. Chancellor, I present to you Mi Yong Park, Master of Nursing from the University of Newcastle for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Dr. Park's thesis is entitled An Action Research Project to Enhance Nurses' Roles as Patient Educators. Chancellor, Dr. Park. Chancellor, I present to you Ronald Sharkey, Bachelor of Arts from the University of Queensland, Master of Applied Nursing from the University of Sydney for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Dr. Sharkey's thesis is entitled The Relationship Between Nursing Care and Positive Health Outcomes for Consumers with Long-Term Serious Mental Illness. Chancellor, Dr. Sharkey. Chancellor, I present to you Renovia Samanjuntak, Bachelor of Engineering, Master of Engineering from the University of Bandung for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Dr. Samanjuntak's thesis is entitled Distance-Related Problems in Graph Theory. Chancellor, Dr. Shamunjak. Chancellor, I present to you Adrian Wills, Bachelor of Engineering Honours from the University of Newcastle for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Dr. Wills' thesis is entitled Barrier Function-Based Model Predictive Control. Chancellor, Dr. Wills. Chancellor, I present to you Jianglong Yu, Bachelor of Engineering and Master of Engineering from Fuxing University of Mining in the People's Republic of China for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Dr. Yu's thesis is entitled A Mechanistic Study of Coal Swelling and Char Structure Evolution During Pyrolysis, Experiments and Model Predictions. Chancellor, Dr. Yu. Chancellor, I present to you Yun Chao, Bachelor of Medicine from Shaanxi Medical University for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Dr. Chao's thesis is entitled Lymphatic Vasomotion. Chancellor, Dr. Chao. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of Research Higher Degree graduates.
I now call upon the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Roger Holmes, to present candidates for honorary degrees.
Chancellor, I have pleasure in presenting to you Peter Kleeman for admission to the degree of Doctor of Engineering, honoris causa. Chancellor, Peter Kleeman was educated at the University of Adelaide, where he graduated shortly after World War II with an honours degree in civil engineering. Peter had a strong interest in structural research and moved to a position at the Aeronautical Research Laboratories in Melbourne. After 6 months, Peter was dispatched to the Royal Aircraft Establishment at Farnborough in England to carry out research into, amongst other things, the buckling of spars and plates in aircraft wings. This research led to studies in aircraft fatigue, an important concept at a time when commercial airlines started to expand their routes. Peter was appointed to the University of Newcastle's Department of Civil Engineering in its infancy at Tighes Hill in 1960, and continued to work in the engineering faculty until his retirement in 1994. Today, he is actively contributing to the discipline of civil engineering as an honorary associate. In an illustrious 43-year career with the university, there have been many highlights. Peter supervised the university's first civil engineering PhD candidate, Gavin Donald, in the 60s. Since then, he has formally and informally supervised many students. While Peter's academic speciality is in structural engineering, his interests range across architecture, mechanical and aeronautical engineering, and recently, sailing theory. He is actively involved in risk analysis and is a member of both the Standards Australia and the International Organisation of Standardisation, or ISO, loading code committees. During Peter's teaching career, there were rapid developments in the methods of structural analysis, changing sets of design codes and developments in computer methods. Peter taught courses in structural analysis and theory of structures, computer programming for architects, stress analysis, properties of materials, and engineering computations in the days when the university had only one computer. In this period of rapid change, the courses had to be revised regularly to keep them up to date with new developments. Peter took periods of study leave in Germany, the United Kingdom and Canada, where he furthered his research in construction and structural reliability. Peter's expertise in structural engineering has seen him involved in such varied activities as the planning of new buildings for the engineering faculty in the late 1960s and early 70s, testing on deformed bars for BHP, designing the repair for the detached buttresses of a Le Mans church after the Newcastle earthquake, and being called as an expert witness at a coroner's inquiry into the collapse of a storage bin. Since retiring in 1994, Peter has co-authored a number of publications on structural mechanics. He has continued to represent the university on the Standards Australia Committee, working on the preparation of joint Australia and New Zealand standards and loads on structures. In 2002 and 2003, Peter was involved in the presentation of Australia-wide seminars on approved joint standards. He was invited to be an Australian member of an informal APEC network to advise on the harmonisation of structural design standards in the Asia-Pacific region, and subsequently joined an ISO working group to draft an appropriate standard. He has also devised suitable tests for comparing the flexibility of masts in an Olympic class of yachts. Peter's contribution to the university community are not restricted to academia. He was one of the founders of the Sports Union, was the co-founder and now life member of the University Hockey Club, and served on the Sports Union board in a variety of roles, including president over a number of years. He was involved in the planning of sporting facilities at the Callaghan campus, including the construction of the Auckmuty Sports Centre. Peter was briefly the president of the University Cricket Club and has been a member of the university tennis team and the Newcastle District Tennis Association from 1979 to the present. Chancellor, it is with great pleasure that I present to you Peter Kleeman, Bachelor of Engineering Honours from the University of Adelaide, for admission to the degree of Doctor of Engineering, honoris causa.
By the authority delegated in me by the Council, I hereby admit Peter Kleeman to the degree of Doctor of Engineering, honoris causa.
Chancellor, I have pleasure in presenting to you Mr. Michael Elphick for admission to the degree of Doctor of Surveying, honoris causa. Chancellor, Michael Elphick was in the first intake of students to the Bachelor of Surveying degree at the University of New South Wales in 1957. Unfortunately, work commitments meant he could not continue with his university studies, so he served articles with Messrs Gillam and Aitken of Sydney, and then with Mr J Linton of the Tasmanian Hydroelectric Commission before qualifying as a licensed surveyor in 1961. From 1962 to 1966 he was engaged in engineering projects, notably with Ove Arup and partners at the Sydney Opera House. Michael became well known to most professional surveyors through his role in the construction of the Sydney Opera House. It was due to his innovative use of three-dimensional geometry that much of the complex construction of the Opera House was built on time and to such fine tolerances. He joined the New South Wales Department of Lands in 1970. Michael attained the position of Senior Surveyor and was responsible for much of the innovation in the Technical Services branch, including the transition to digital mapping. Michael found time to return to university and obtained a postgraduate diploma in surveying science at the University of Sydney in 1969. 10 years later, he also completed a postgraduate diploma in town and country planning at that university. In 1977, Michael moved to Newcastle to take up a lecturing position in the Department of Civil Engineering and Surveying. In 1981, he was promoted to senior lecturer. Early in the 1970s, Michael Elphick had an idea that computers could be used to aid photogrammetric measurement and that an analytical solution could be developed to replace current analogue solutions at a reasonable cost. So commenced a series of investigations which led to the development of the Quasco SD4 analytical stereo plotter. This device was revolutionary. Weighing less than 1/10 of the equipment developed overseas and costing less than a quarter of their price, the SD4 proved that it was possible in Australia to design advanced surveying and photogrammetric equipment. He embarked on yet another path of innovation and invention in 1985. The result was the ATOM Technology MPS2, or Micro Photogrammetric System 2, analytical stereo plotter, which is designed specifically for small format photogrammetry. By mid-1989, after just 2 years of full production, over 75 of these units have been sold and distributed throughout the world, considerably enhancing Australia's reputation as a surveying and photogrammetric nation. A large format version of MPS2 was developed and used in various countries of the world, including the United States, Malaysia, Japan, Finland and Switzerland. Michael's research efforts, along with those of his colleagues at the University of Newcastle, were recognised by the Australian Research Grants Committee, or now called the Australian Research Council, and consequently continuous support was received for 9 years. Throughout this period of involvement with analytical stereo plotters, Michael managed to maintain a close liaison with university undergraduate students through his teaching of 3rd and 4th year level subjects and a highly visible profile in the profession of surveying. During his period at the university, he has acted as a consultant to many government authorities and private organisations. His expertise in surveying for industrial applications, especially with optical tooling, helped the Newcastle firm of Ganinnen successfully tender for the refurbishment of crankshafts for the submarines and other vessels in the Australian Navy. These contracts had previously been won by overseas companies. In the 15 years to 1990, Michael published over 30 papers in refereed international and Australian journals dealing with photogrammetry and surveying. He has represented Australia at photogrammetric conferences in Germany, Brazil, Japan, the United States and Switzerland. Michael was the Australian delegate to the International Society of Photogrammetry for the Commission dealing with instrumentation for nearly 2 decades. Michael is the past recipient of the Halloran Prize from the New South Wales Division of the Institution of Surveyors for his work on the application of computers to surveying technology. He was also awarded the Planning Prize in 1979 for his work in developing the mark management system for integrated surveys in New South Wales. The Institution of Surveyors awarded Michael the prestigious Medal of the institution in 1991. The citation read, "In recognition of his outstanding achievements of service to and reflecting credit on the profession of surveying in Australia and the institution." Michael became the president of the Australian Urban and Regional Information Systems Association in 1979. He was an active member of the Australasian Photogrammetry Society, and his presence at international conferences and on working parties of the International Society helped establish Australia's reputation in this field. In the last few years at university, and now virtually full-time in his retirement, Michael has been developing a computer-based technique to produce a cost-effective way of obtaining accurate coordinates from cadastral plans. The production of digital databases from plans show that title boundaries of land parcels is the fundamental cornerstone of geographical information systems. Michael's efforts have resulted in a patent and serious interest from a major international software company. The potential for using this latest innovative approach to building digital databases is global, with considerable international interest already being shown in pilot studies which have been completed in Newcastle, Queensland and New Zealand. Married with 3 children, his favourite recreation is bushwalking. Michael's love of the bush led him into another area of research, the computer modelling of bushfires. He has been a member of the Rural Fire Service for many years and is still active in his local brigade. Chancellor, it is with great pleasure that I present to you Michael Elphick, Bachelor of Surveying from the University of New South Wales, Postgraduate Diploma in Surveying Science and Postgraduate Diploma Town and Country Planning from the University of Sydney for admission to the degree of Doctor of Surveying, honoris causa.
By the authority delegated in me by the Council, I hereby admit Michael Elphick to the degree of Doctor of Surveying, honoris causa. We will now have a musical interlude presented by Greg Boddy on guitar and Michael Davidson on didgeridoo. Mick Davidson and Greg Boddy have been performing as a duo since 2001. Mick is studying for his Master of Creative Arts at our Conservatorium of Music, and Greg is a member of the staff here at the university. The piece they will play today is a composition written by them called Dream Snake. It was first performed at our graduation ceremonies in April last year. This piece evokes the sounds and atmospheres of the wet season in north of Australia with its thunderstorms and rain clouds, and of course the weaving path of the rainbow serpent as it crosses the vast outback land. Dream Snake uses Mick's new didgeridoo notation system, specially created as part of his master's studies. The system enables other instruments to be coordinated precisely with his. For this composition, Mick uses a special breathing technique which allows him to blend and play 2 and 3 sounds simultaneously, creating a layered effect behind Greg's guitar melodies. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Greg Boddy and Michael Davidson. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to invite Dr. Elphick to deliver the occasional address.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests, members of the academic staff and administrative staff, graduates, parents and friends. I'm very surprised to find myself here today, and it's a great privilege to participate in this occasion with you all. First, I offer my heartiest congratulations to all the graduates upon the successful completion of a most important journey. I thank the University Council most sincerely for the honour bestowed upon me, and also thank those who brought my name forward. These include fellow surveyors and staff from the former Department of Civil Surveying and Environmental Engineering, in which I've had a great privilege in being a lecturer and lately a research associate. I would like to talk a little about surveying and some of the issues that I faced as a young surveyor. I became a surveyor quite by chance. Towards the end of my school days, I had a vague idea of becoming an aeronautical engineer. However, after a friend joined a surveying firm as an articled pupil, he suggested that I take up a similar position with another survey firm in the same building. I simply followed a friend of mine. So I drifted into surveying, and like a lot of things in life, a casual decision can often lead down an interesting path. The articled pupil system in those days was an anachronism carried over from colonial times. Twice a year, the pupils would gather from around the state and sit for exams set by the Board of Surveyors. When you had passed all the written subjects, which generally took at least 4 years, there was an oral test before the full board, which was both confronting and intimidating. Somehow, and with a bit of help from my wife and in the final assignments, I muddled through and survived the practical tests and viva. I can still recall my feelings on that day. After the viva, I had to drive back to the snowy mountains, so I had plenty of time to think about it. It was a mixture of relief and apprehension. I was very pleased to be finally rid of the burden of studying and examination, but quite apprehensive about my ability to perform as a surveyor. For the first time in my life, I was not answerable to a master, and I was out on my own in the world and totally responsible for my own mistakes. It's likely that many of you may have similar feelings today, for it is one thing to successfully complete a course, but another to apply the knowledge gained. Surveyors like to think of themselves as perhaps the second oldest profession, and their activities being documented from the times of ancient Egypt to the present. They are proud of their history, and the New South Wales Institution of Surveyors was one of the first professional organisations to be established in Australia. After graduation, my membership of the institution proved to be invaluable. The journal kept me informed and opened my eyes to other surveying activities. Through their meetings and activities, I made many close friends, and I found that I had people who I could turn to if necessary to discuss any technical difficult problems. As an undergraduate, I did not appreciate the way that people will step up and help in a difficult situation, nor did I appreciate the exhilaration and quiet satisfaction that comes from guiding a project to a successful conclusion. So I was not really on my own after all, for I had joined a whole network of professionals. I recommend that each of you be active in an appropriate organisation. It's a very good way to start. About 3 years after graduation, I became involved in the Sydney Opera House project. O'Barrett and Partners had advertised for a surveyor to join the site staff to monitor the deflections of the roof structure as it was being put up. At the time, I was not really looking for a job, but I applied for the position as it looked like being an interesting project. It sort of seemed a good thing to do at the time. I arrived a bit early for the interview, which was down in the offices down in the domain, and noticed that there was about a 20-metre high section of the roof hung off scaffolding outside the site office. This had been put there so the designers and the engineers could see how the various components would fit and look. I walked round this and looked at it from various directions and climbed up and sat on the top to see what it would be like working on the roof itself, which is quite steep, as you know. Surprisingly, I found out later that this little escapade actually helped me get the position. Arabs were looking for someone who would understand the design and develop the survey techniques to provide information on the performance of the structure. Apparently, I was the only one to look closely at the problems right from the top. So interest and enthusiasm may count a lot more at a job interview than straight academic qualifications. On starting work, I was immediately confronted with the limitations of my basic knowledge of mathematics. For example, all the calculations on the roof geometry were carried out using three-dimensional vector algebra, a subject which I knew absolutely nothing about. A quick trip downtown to buy a suitable textbook provided a short-term solution, but a better understanding came later after enrolling in a course at Sydney University. Learning is really a lifetime experience. Unfortunately, all of you have a good grounding in your discipline and you know how to cram for a new subject if the need arises, and that's a very valuable skill. Having mastered the basic geometry, the next problem was time-based. At best, it took about 2 weeks calculating by hand to process the deflection points on a single rib on the shell. Yet the construction schedule required the answer to be available within an hour. The solution to this problem came by using a newfangled computer technology. 40 years ago, the computer world was in its very infancy, and the only equipment available was a commercial operation in George Street near the town hall. Again, I knew nothing about computers, so I was introduced to a young graduate engineer who had written a computer program as part of his master's thesis. Together, and with assistance from engineers from the site staff, we put together a field-to-finish system. It's a current trademark in the surveying now. This worked as follows. After taking the necessary observation, the surveyor would slide down a rope off the roof, pass the field notes into a waiting taxi, and in less than an hour later, the taxi would return with reports and the analysis, and the job continued. It was crude but quite effective. Sometimes the taxi got lost, sometimes people dropped the results, but in general terms the work got through. Large projects attract people who like a challenge. Our staff included a lecturer named Stephen Harris, who was on sabbatical leave from Cambridge University. For him, there was no such thing as a problem. There were only challenges, and they were met with full energy, careful analysis, and above all, good humour. It was not good enough to simply get a solution. You had to work out at least two and select the best one. If that meant starting again from scratch from a different point of view, so be it. At first I found this somewhat irritating, to put it mildly, for the bigger the problem, the happier he became. After a while, however, the logic began to sink in, and invariably the second or third solution was the better. It was also a means of forcing you to really understand the situation before making a decision. And this was not a bad thing for an impetuous young surveyor. Perhaps my contact with Stephen influenced my decision at a later stage to come to the University of Newcastle. Not all projects are as big and complex as the Opera House, but they each have their intricacies and challenges. When I left school, there were no computers, copying machines, television, electronic calculators or transistor radios. Electronic distance measurement and global positioning systems have transformed surveying. We had barely finished revising the geodetic network when GPS has made most of it redundant, and all this has happened in my working life. We can be certain that the rate of technological change will increase, and you're fortunate to have the educational background to best adapt to these changes. But the significant changes are made by people. Technology provides simply a toolkit. It is the dreamers and thinkers who provide the solution, and I know there'll be a lot of dreamers and thinkers amongst the people in front of me here. To the graduates, I wish you every success. You have worked hard, and it is time the great adventure. Anything is possible. Remember, anything is possible. Congratulations and enjoy your celebrations.
Dr. Elphick, thank you for those very wise words from an impetuous young surveyor. I now have great pleasure in inviting Charlene Dyer, Bachelor of Business, to speak on behalf of the graduates.
Firstly, I'd like to acknowledge the traditional owners of this land, the Awabakal people, Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, members of the Council, staff of the University, family and friends of graduates, and mostly important, graduates. It's an incredible honour for me to be standing here today before you. Very nervous one, sorry. As graduate speaker representing graduating students from the faculties of Business and Law, Engineering and Built Environment and Health. Although I'm speaking on behalf of all graduates here today, I'd like to share with you some of my personal experiences of university life as a mature age Aboriginal student. For me, uni life has been a real struggle. I know uni is different for everyone, but it's been a long, hard trip for me. It's taken 5 years for me to finish my degree, sometimes studying full-time and others studying part-time. Juggling university commitments and meeting those assignment deadlines, work, home and family obligations has never been an easy task. Several times throughout I've wanted just to give up, but I was inspired to keep going as I had a personal goal, which was to graduate by the age of 40. I've made that by 6 months. Graduating for me is an incredible achievement. I'm second youngest of 5 girls in a family, grew up in the western suburbs of Sydney. My family had limited means and there was never any chance I would attend uni. I was lucky enough to finish year 10. However, as a mature age student, I have finally achieved my goal. Although everyone graduating here today has had various experiences at uni, I'm sure we'll all look back on our experiences and acknowledge that uni life wasn't all that bad. Remember the days when we gathered in the Tanner Bar, drinking instead of studying and attending lectures? And all those group study sessions where we hung out and had fun. The bands at the bar on the hill and the free movies. So yes, we can say uni life wasn't all study and sacrifice. Along the way, we had some fun. Despite the recent controversy shrouded the university, I know all of us graduating here today are proud to have studied here. Some of us, like me, will continue our studies, others will go on to careers in their chosen fields, and I'm sure others will aspire to greatness. I'd like to take this opportunity on behalf of all graduates to thank a few people. Firstly, all the lecturers, tutors and support staff of the faculties who were always there to guide us and help us whenever we needed it. Secondly, I'd like to thank the corporate sponsors of students, those organisations who year after year offer scholarships and cadetships. As a recipient of a scholarship myself, I know what enormous help they are to students. All of us today, I know, feel a debt to those special people in our lives that keep us going when we felt we would falter. Those who urged us on when we felt like giving up the race. In my life, it's been my husband, John. He's always been there to help and support me and encourage me and told me I could do anything I put my mind to. Sorry. I'd like to thank my son, Matt. My mother-in-law, Betty, who is unfortunately no longer with us. At the age of 15, she lifted me out of a rut, took me under her wing and encouraged and guided me. I know she's watching over me today with great pride. Also to my father-in-law, Harry, who is here today. To my friend Heather for her wisdom and encouragement when at times I just wanted to give up uni. To my other friends and family in the audience today, thank you for coming, for your support and encouragement. Special thank you to my friend Alana for all those times you proofread my essays, gave me encouragement and helped make uni life a little easier. On behalf of the graduates, I would like to thank their family and friends. Let's face it, without your support, guidance and sacrifice, many of us wouldn't be graduating here today. It's not always easy to juggle uni, work and homely family obligations, so given support to students by you and their family and friends is enormously appreciated. Fourthly, on a personal level, and on behalf of other Indigenous students in the university, I'd like to thank the staff of Wallatuka for their incredible support of all Indigenous students. Wallatuka is a special place on campus where Indigenous students gather to get support, help and guidance. Recently, the university built Indigenous students and the community a new facility, Birraban. I would like to thank those in the university who made this possible and for the acknowledgement of the importance of Indigenous higher education. This university has excellent statistics on Indigenous tertiary enrolments compared to the national average. In 2002, the Department of Education, Science and Training Higher Education Enrolment Statistics placed the University of Newcastle at a rate of 1.4% of all students. The national average is only 0.9%. I would like to stress the capacity of education and universities to overcome disadvantage and discrimination. Education is empowering, for it gives us knowledge, identity and hope. It is the instrument of change. The fundamental plank in building reconciliation lies in education. All Australians need to acknowledge past injustices, embrace the present and walk together towards the future. As an Aboriginal woman, I call on the Prime Minister to stop apologising. for the sorry state of our universities and invest in education. I understand that the Prime Minister is more interested in doing practical things rather than making symbolic apologies. Well, one practical measure is to invest in universities and stop making apologies. To the graduates, rejoice in this moment, remember the elation, see this as the beginning rather than the end, and one day, perhaps come back for more. Thank you.
Thank you, Charlene Dyer, for sharing your university journey with us. I now declare the ceremony concluded. I hope you enjoyed today's ceremony and thank you for joining the university community in the celebration of the conferring of degrees. The University Union invites you to make your way to the Brennan Room in the Shortland Union, where refreshments will be served.